Good morning. I'll be facilitating the learning of mathematics junior school. That is grade 7, 8 and 9. We will be using a number of materials. For example, in grade 7, we will be using a learner's book, that is Smart Minds Mathematics, grade 7. In brief, in grade 8, we'll be using, in most cases, we'll be using Top Scholar Mathematics, but also we'll be using Master Mathematics, and to grade 9 students will be using Master Mathematics Learner's Book. For good learning, we'll be required to have a geometrical set. We'll also be required to have a scientific calculator. We will be required to have a mathematical table, in that case 7th edition. You will be required to have a ream of graph papers, or you can just buy a graph book. Of course, you will be required to have the necessities such as pens, the other square books, mathematics. We are good to go. We can start with grade 7. Let's see the content of grade 7 mathematics. We have strands. For example, strand number 1, we have numbers. Under numbers, we have substrands such as whole numbers, factors, fractions. We have decimals, squares, and square roots. We have second strand, which is algebra. In algebra, we will be covering substrands such as algebraic expressions, linear equations, and linear inequalities. We have strand number 3. We will be covering substrands such as Pythagorean relationship, length, area, volume and capacity, time, distance and speed, temperature, and money. Strand number 4, that is geometry. Under geometry, we have substrands such as angles and geometrical constructions. And lastly, we have the 5th strand, that is data handling and probability. And we'll be through with grade 7 mathematics work. Let's start from numbers. That is strand number 1. Substrand is all numbers. Under all numbers, let's see a place value. Now, as a student or as a learner, there are some tricks you should know when handling a question on numbers. 1, you ensure that you group the number in threes, beginning from your far right. For example, look at this. This number, you can read it as 85,147,000. The rest is zeros, but the number is 85,147,000. What I'm saying is that you group this one in threes. You make sure that from your far right, they are in threes. This one is 1, 2, 3. Next then is 1, 2, 3. And lastly, we have 2, which means as you move to your left, we have nothing else. Then we stop there. And it is very important to know that it will help. In this case now, because it is a revision class, I don't have a lot to tell you. Let us consider these two numbers, the number that we've just read and this other number. This is 120,568,720. Let's consider these two numbers as we've been given. We've been told that what is the place value of digit 5. Yes, of course, you must have read this one, or you can read it before advancing to number 2. Now this is the number, and we are required to find the place value of digit number 5. Remember that I'm not teaching someone who has advanced in mathematics. My intention is to ensure that learner who didn't get well this one might repeat and reread this one, so that he or she may get something at the end of the day. So if you happen to know this in a better way, then it is your role to ensure that the other learners also catch up with you. Therefore, what you need to know is that this is a whole number. It is a whole number. The other decimals we will cover it in our next classes, in subsequent classes to follow. But then remember that if it is a whole number, then we always start with ones. This is ones. From ones we go to tens, we go to hundreds, thousands. From thousands we go to tens of thousands. From tens of thousands we go to hundreds of thousands, we go to millions, then tens of millions, hundreds of millions, and so on and so forth. Just for the sake of further understanding, let's see this. You see this. We said that you start with ones. Ones. This is ones. Your area imeisha ones. Then we go to tens. Tens imeishia hapo. Then we go to hundreds. Hundreds. Hundreds has 3 digits. That is 1, 2, 3. Thousands has 3 digits. Thousands has Thousands has 4 digits. That is 3 zeros, and also we have 1. We have tens of thousands. Tens of thousands. Tens of thousands. Then we have hundreds of thousands. Hundreds of thousands. Then we will have what they call millions. Millions having 7 digits, and so on and so forth. As you proceed, you will be moving towards your left from your far right. That is good. Then the other question is, what is the place value of digit number 1 in the number? And this is the number 120,568,720. Lastly, as a learner, because always you will have to consider consulting your colleague, you will need to share with your friends. Continue and say that this is tens of millions, hundreds of millions. Of those learners who can manage, you can also continue to billions. And for now we can stop there, and in our next slide we will see the place value of the numbers we said. Thank you. Welcome in our next slide.